What is up, YouTube fam? TJP Fishing Outdoors back here with another bait review. Today we are doing the top 5 Googan baits that I like to use. Not sponsored, would like to be. So these are the top 5 baits in my opinion that I think will work year round or close to it. So you just have to vary your retrieve on it. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5, no like if 5 is the worst. I don't think 5 is the worst. They're just the top 5 in my opinion. So coming in at number 5, we got the Googan Squad Revolver. So right there, it's a whopper plopper bait. This is the Shattered Shad color. It's been beat up a few times. Great bait to use. Different than most of your other whopper plopper styles, like the Berkeley Chopo has the prop on the back here, and this one has it towards the middle. Luckily, this doesn't roll over as much because of the back tail fins right here. So right now what I have rigged up is the midnight or nightclub color. I have it rigged up on my topwater rig. Just a plain black and this green bottom. It works really well in dirty water and also in overcast days or cloudy days. So that one works amazing. Not saying number 5 is the worst, but that is definitely a good topwater bait for the spring, summer, and fall because they'll be feeding on bait fish. Coming in at number 4, we have the Clutch. So I have a little hook guard on the back here, but the Clutch in the Gold Rush color. Lipless cranks work year round. That tight wobble, and they are loud. They got little BBs in it. They sink somewhat fast, but not like as soon as you cast out there, it's going straight to the bottom. So the Gold Rush color, it gives off a lot of shine to it, and looks like a lot of golden shiners around, or just that flash in general will attract the fish. It also has the chartreuse bottom, so somewhat looks like a bluegill or something, and this little orange nose. They work really well. Just cast and retrieve, or cast and burn it, and then let it sit for a bit, and then speed it up again, or yo-yoing it. That's whenever you just drag your rod tip up and let it fall, and then drag it up and let it fall. So that works. That's why it's coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have the Blooper from Googan Squad. These work best in either early mornings or late in the evenings, or most of the time in the fall is when I'm using these, or whenever it's cold, so winter time. This has the bluegill color on it, so bluegill back, chartreuse tail with a feather, and clear bottom, and a one knocker. So the feathered tail works really well. I've caught bluegill off of this just from the tail, nipping at that tail. So I would prefer the nightclub color or bone for topwater, just because the bass can really only see the bottom of the bait. So like this nightclub color, the black for cloudy days, or the white for sunny days. Just the contrast in the water brings that bait more to the eye of the fish, and this has some grass on it because I have used this before, and my knots here. But this has the green chartreuse green feathered tail and the green mouth on it. So whenever you swim it through the water, I have it on a little loop knot. So whenever you put this out, cast this out into the water, it will, you just pop it. It's called a popper, and it'll dart back and forth and spit up the water from this lip here, this cupped lip, and it looks like a little dying bait fish, and bass are feeding on it. So you'll be sure to hook one on these. They're great for morning fishing, morning topwater fishing. If I'm not having luck with the revolver or a buzz bait, I'll probably switch to a little popper like this, just to downsize and to hopefully catch them. Coming in at number 2, we have the blazing worm, and these recently dropped about a year ago, so not as recent, but newer than some of the baits on the market. So this is the nightclub color, and these work absolutely amazing. Just I dipped this tail, so it is green, but it's got this cutter action. It's like a speed worm, but it's different than your regular speed worm. So you can fish it just like a worm. You can Texas rig it and hop it off the bottom, or you can swim it through the water, which works best for me. And this tail just cuts through the water. Very slender profile. This black with gold and green flake in it works amazing. So here it is in the package, the blazing worm. So 6 inches long. I would say that's pretty average, or above. So yeah, the blazing worm works year round. Mostly I would use that in the summertime, when fish are out deep, or not feeding us craws as much and don't want that large bulky profile. Worms are helpless, so worms work great in the summer. Coming in at number 1, we got, you guys can probably guess it, the number 1 seller on GooganBaits.com, the Bandito bug. So, talked about this before. Huge believer in it. The green pumpkin purple works great. I also have the black and blue flake for dirtier water. And right now what I have rigged up, I just picked this up from my local Dick's Sporting Goods, is the Flamin' Hot color in the Bandito bug. So it is bright. It is bright. And I've got some bites on it. And this works great. Springtime fishing is what we're in right now. So Bandito bug works great year round. Fish are always eating on craws. So this is the 4-inch. So you just take off these little legs and then undo the claws here, so it has this action, and it just looks, it just looks great in the water. More subtle than your craws. I got Kraken craws, and those claws just rip through the water, and these are more subtle. They do give off some action, but these are just so much better in my opinion. Not saying the Kraken craws are bad, but definitely go pick you some up. So, thank you guys for tuning in. The verse of the day is from 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. So, God will always be your rock to lean on, no matter what. He'll never put you through anything that you can't handle. You just have to trust him to to know that he will bring you through it. So it's a great verse. Never lose hope. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will leave the link for all of these baits in the description below for from shopcarls.com. Become a member, get 30% off and free shipping. $5 a month, I believe it is. So it's just a great program. I've used it for a year now, and it saved me a lot of money. You know, spend $1,000, save $100. You're making bank, I think. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the water. Peace.